Well, let's see what's going to happen on game number 2 between HuK and Sniper. Let's go ahead and introduce these players. Starting in top center, we have from Team EGRC, it is HuK.
And his manager, Voli.
Combining their powers as one.
Yep.
And in the left-hand side, we have from Team MVP, it is Sniper, the GSL semi-finalist, also one of the anchors for MVP in the Team League, as MVP did face off against TSL and came out on top in that regard, so congrats to them.
For sure, and if you really enjoyed Sniper's play, we're going to get to see him play again tonight at around 6 or so, when he's going to face off against NMrUUG in the GSL round of 4 match.
Yeah, I actually can't wait. It's going to be at 6 p.m., I believe. That's when it's scheduled to start.
That's when GSL starts.
That's when it starts.
Let's not promise anything, huh?
Nah.
We've tried.
Well, good thing HuK's not in GSL round of 4. That's all that matters, at least for IPL 5. Now, let's see if HuK can kind of scramble something together on Metropolis. Again, like you said, I'm really curious to what he wants to do. I've seen some Protosses pick this map in some like NASL matches, and they try to go for like a quick 3 base. They turtle on 2 base and go through the backdoor rocks or debris, and then just go for 3 base and just do a timing off of that with Colossus, like you said. But as you also mentioned, it is pretty easy to defend those pushes, don't you think?
Well, yep. In this situation, Sniper is going for a 14 pool. This is a really, really small mind game. So last game went for a 15 pool. And HuK might think that he'll be safe with that sort of same wall and the same timings, but he really isn't going to be. The pylon will die in this exact positions in this timing, I believe, if done, and if Sniper pulls all 4 lings. That's kind of something that I think he knows. It's a very, very small mind game where he's going to want to see if HuK does go for this Nexus first. And yep, he's going for it, and Sniper's watching it. You see that Overlord there? It's like, okay, I see what you're doing. That forge is late. I know it. He knows it, and let's hope HuK knows it as well. Yep, 4 Zerglings. I wouldn't even be surprised to see 6 pop out here to kind of put pressure on. And there's no pylon block, which is actually probably pretty good for HuK in this situation. Yeah. Where he really needs to just be really focused about getting a wall up. He does have, he is going to wall, but that pylon could fall if focused down right, I think. Especially not with full walling off with that gateway.
Yeah, HuK going for that gateway instead.
And it's not going to be timed well, guys.
Well, HuK might have a big problem in his hands if he can't necessarily get the wall off in time, but he will have the time to keep walling off. It's just that usually after the first wall off, you have an ability to wall off again. Will HuK be able to salvage that in time as the Zerglings are now arriving at this pylon?
Alright, now if there was a 4th Zergling there, which is what I was thinking, it might not even have died, so it looks like I'm a little bit off. It would have taken some hull damage, but I guess probably not anything more. One of the things he could have done with 4 here is tried to run into the main with them. He would have gotten 2 in, but no big deal.
Yeah, and that just stalls Protoss' tech. They feel like they can't reveal anything. It's just very annoying, generally speaking, because it's very easy scouting for Zerg in that regard. I guess, well, everything resumes as per normal, 3 hatcheries with no gas, and that's gonna, that's just gonna play it out to see what HuK chooses to do. Now, last time, we saw him just drop out in 6 gates and just go for the 3rd base and completely annihilate that and fall back onto a Robo. On Metropolis, I actually really like Stargate builds, generally speaking, in PvZ. I think it's a nice way to easily pressure while getting a safe 3rd base. What openings do you think are generally very effective in PvZ on Metropolis?
Alright, well, if you go ahead and take the mouse and look right around there, a little bit to the right, you see like the ledge right here. This can be abused really nicely where you take your entire army over there, bring a warp prism. So you can do an Immortal Sentry on, right? And the cool trick you do is you abuse that ramp. Like if they're all down waiting for you, you just pick up a few sentries, bring them up top, and then you just force field the ramp, and you can slowly move everything up top if you want to, and use force fields to prevent him from killing your forces down bottom while you do that. That's one sneaky thing you can do. There are blink ups from there. If you have an observer and do some sort of blink stalker build, works interestingly as well. And HuK is going for a robotics facility. I think this is pretty similar. Well, let me think. Did he do something like this? Did he make a robotics facility? I don't think he did last game.
No, last game he just went for 6 gateways.
Just 6 gates extra and went for it. So this game we're going to see robotics facility a little bit earlier. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a 7 gate with the robotics facility, just because there are no Vespian geysers. There's only 2 taken right now from HuK. Or, yep, just taking more, and probably just going to go into a standard expansion game.
Yeah, for a while, I remember, like...
Gas. If he doesn't think that they're gas, I'm wrong, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I just had to clarify.
For a while, I know Artosis and Caldo were saying that, you know, Metropolis was a phenomenal map just to go, you know, send Immortal all in all the time. Mana does it all the time too, on a map like Metropolis. But we'll see what HuK is planning. He is going directly for an Immortal, no War Prism. So normally you can see a Sentry drop if that was the case. You know, HuK just doing a little bit of pressure, nothing too serious, but like you said, it's about that time to see if he's going to drop more gateways, if he's going to go for like 4-gate Robo, or is he just going to go for 7-gate like you mentioned.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting build. It's not going to be the parting Immortal all-in. It's not going to be any sort of standard Immortal all-in.
Yeah.
What we're looking at here is going to be something like a 5-gate, probably Zealot heavy, or obviously more than 5 gates, but
6.
A lot of gates.
You want 7.
Yeah, a lot of gateways and a few Immortals.
Ooh. What did it see?
Doesn't see
anything. Wow.
No, not even an Immortal popping out.
Yeah, so for all for all intents and purposes, he still might think it might be a War Prism play. He doesn't know just yet, and that's still a little bit unnerving to Sniper. Now, again, taking out these back rocks in itself could be a mind game because he might think, doesn't he want to expand? As you know, Metropolis is a good map for expansion. Let's see how Sniper is going to respond to it, though.
HuK's kind of suiciding 2 Stalkers here. If you look at that, that's just sacrifice to the Zergling Gods. The Zergling Gods will appreciate it.
That's nice. Nice little consolation prize. Meanwhile, HuK does have a pylon set up. He's got his 3 Immortals, and well, you see Roach production from Sniper. He knows what's up.
Well, even if he doesn't know what's up, a lot of times you just make these Roaches to be safe from a whole bunch of potential all-ins, and even to just harass the third if you need to. HuK is warping in, by the way, at the top or bottom left, warping in with some Zealots. This is going to be a really interesting attack timing, because again, he made those 2 Stalkers and then he suicided them, which really limits the potential. Usually in that position you build 2 Sentries, and now these Zealots are just getting caught off guard. Not so good so far.
Yep. Well, HuK wants to force field that ramp and prevent his units from being caught. Oh, he burns the 2 force fields immediately.
Double force field.
Yeah, that's a... and as a result, doesn't really catch anything. So that was a nice job there from Sniper to bait out some of the energy. His units are pretty split. There's no follow-up War Prism from HuK either, but there are some of the Roaches that are caught out of position. And force fields do pop up, and there's nothing really that HuK can do except engage. All of his Immortals are immediately surrounded, and Sniper able to snipe a lot of the sentries. You know, HuK has no really ability to support the Immortals other than a few more force fields.
For sure. Sniper doing something cool where he's, I think, burrowed a unit and spreading creep at the third of HuK, which is just a nice little side touch, or just Hazeling there to wait. So he knows this is an all-in. He knows as long as he can hold this off, and as long as he can do that, which just looks like he's going to be fine for. The force fields are a little bit misplaced. There's only 2 Sentries left with no energy, and that's usually what makes this so strong. Also, the fact that HuK kind of went for the 4th base that doesn't exist right now is what's making this weak kind of as well. There's no great area around there for force fields.
Yeah, HuK way out of position, way outnumbered by just about the raw number of Roaches. And, well, as soon as these 3 Immortals get picked off, HuK has really no more punch to his push. As the Immortals go down, and so does the remaining hopes of HuK to stay alive in IPL 5. The Zealots, well, they're just Roach fodder at this point. HuK really can't do anything. He has a War Prism out on the map. But Sniper's got, look at the vision control he's got. He's making sure to spot everything. Yeah,
Sniper played this really beautifully, and it was a nice try from HuK. He just kind of got those Zealots scouted really, really early, which was just nice for Sniper being active on the map, looking around, preparing, and now he's ready for everything. He has an army going to attack, he has an army to defend, more than double supply, almost triple supply of HuK at this point, where HuK could possibly, if he holds both, does damage and holds this somehow, then, I mean, there's a chance to come back into it. You can never count him out. But it's definitely looking grim right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good for our Canadian Protoss. HuK looking like he wants to motion for a 3rd base, but I don't think he's going to be allowed to get one. The gates are going to come down here at the natural, but there's not going to hold off Roachling for long. HuK still has a War Prism. He's about to move in, but Sniper, as a pack of forces, waiting for that as well. Meanwhile, HuK, he does have Sentries, but he only got 1 Immortal and Zealots. I don't think he even has the DPS to even really take on the army in waves if you just keep sending them, especially from 2 angles. Sniper coming in for the kill, realizing this is the last few moments where he can capitalize on it. HuK's War Prism not really doing anything in the main, so this is it for HuK. This is all he can do, and the last few shreds of hope are going to be eliminated if this push succeeds.
Well, Seven used a lot of energy. The line of Zerglings and Roaches continues on. He's really just trapped the units, not killing the ones that are trapped too well. And, you know, upgrade-wise, unit-wise, it looks like HuK is in some trouble.
Yep, this is going to drop the remainders. Good luck, good game, well played is called as HuK is leaving the game and Sniper becomes victorious and moves on to win losers bracket round number 7. Congratulations, Sniper. Well played. Great defense in both scenarios and counterattacks.
Yeah, beautifully played. I look forward to seeing him play more. And, you know, I was